I don't know about you, but I need a vacation. It has been a long year with being cooped up inside, with everything being shut down, and travel has essentially not even been safe. However, that entire time I have been banking credit card points and miles so that eventually my family can throw on their Hawaiian shirts and go someplace warm and just get away for a while. So today I wanted to share with you my plan for using credit card points and miles to essentially plan a free vacation for my family of four, a wife and two kids. If that's something that you might be interested in for yourself, then you're not going to want to miss this. So you heard right. We are talking a family of four vacation, traveling on an airplane and staying in a hotel, all for free. I have learned some tricks and tips along the way, along with having a strategy for the credit cards you need in order to earn the points to get all of this travel for free. Let's talk location. We are going to travel to Clearwater Beach, Florida to stay at the Hyatt Regency Clearwater Beach Resort and Spa. One of the main reasons I picked this place is that they actually have 2-bedroom, 2-bath suites. Now, at the time of this recording, these rooms go for around $1,000 per night, but we are not going to pay that, and hopefully that's the type of room we end up staying in exactly. So let's talk credit cards here. This room goes for about 25,000 Hyatt points per night. Now, traveling with kids, it isn't always easy to stay away from home longer than, let's say, a week. In fact, what we're going to aim for here is just about 5 or 6 nights, depending on how many points we need. So a while back, I opened up the World of Hyatt credit card. This is one that's going to give you the ability to earn 60,000 bonus points. When you first open the card, if you meet the minimum spending requirement of right now $3,000 over the course of the first 3 months, they're going to give you 30,000 bonus points. Now, to get that additional 30,000, you have to spend a total of 15,000 over the course of 6 months. Now, the way I look at that is over the course of half a year, if we're putting groceries and gas and daycare or whatever you spend money on this card, you got to spend about an average of $2,500 per month. This not only is going to get you those 60,000 bonus points, but it's also going to give you some other perks as well. And I always like signing up for the hotel loyalty programs just so that we're in their system and see that we are active members. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Now, 60,000 points isn't going to be enough to book this room for 5 or 6 nights at 25,000, but we've already knocked 2 nights off and we just need to find some points for the other nights. That's where one of the Chase Sapphire cards comes into play. Now, personally, I have had the Chase Sapphire Reserve for quite a while, and my wife actually got the card that we're going to talk about, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Right now, they're going to offer you a 60,000 bonus point offer after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. Now, what's truly unique about the Sapphire line of cards is that they have travel partners. So those 60,000 points can actually be transferred to a few hotel chains and airlines. Specifically, one of them is going to be Hyatt. So again, whether you've been on lockdown for over a year just banking these points, or you are new to the game and you're planning a trip for the distant future, getting a card like this can get you an additional 60,000 points that can actually be transferred to a travel partner like Hyatt. Now, that sign-up bonus for the preferred card, and taking into account that you have to spend money and you actually earn points when you spend that money, should be just about enough for those 6 nights. But there's another really interesting thing I want to point out here, and that is going to be trip cancellation and interruption insurance, along with auto rental collision damage waiver. That's right, this Sapphire card actually gives you primary rental car coverage. I'm not about to try to take an Uber for a half hour or 45 minutes with a bunch of kids in car seats and bags. So we're going to hopefully get like a minivan. Now, along those same lines, we are going to be asked, do we want to get the rental car coverage, the insurance, if you will. And you can always decline it when you have one of these Sapphire cards. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I use this Sapphire card when we are checking out that rental car. Now, let's talk about flights. Flying with a family of 4 is expensive. I don't care where you're going or what airline you're taking. But there is one kind of secret weapon we've had in this house called the Southwest Companion Pass for the past handful of years. Before kids, we were traveling all over the country, and that Companion Pass actually allows you to use points and then book a companion for free every single time you fly. It's not just once. It can be, multiple flights throughout the year. And if you want to pay with money, you can also book that person for free. That companion essentially is attached to you and can fly for no additional charge besides some taxes and fees every single time you fly Southwest. So what our plan is going to be to do is to book a direct flight from New York to Florida. And we only actually need to book 2 tickets to fly 4 people. Now, stay with me here. My wife has the companion pass, so I'll fly for free. And then we'll book a ticket for my son who's older than 2. But for my son who's less than 2, he'll fly as a lap child. So the companion pass is one of the most coveted travel rewards out there. If you're in a major city like New York or Los Angeles, you may prefer other airlines. So this may not be up your alley. But for anybody who is near a Southwest hub or just doesn't mind making one connection, like to Chicago, Texas, or Baltimore, you can essentially fly anywhere, even to Hawaii, using Southwest. Let's talk about how the Companion Pass works. I did a whole podcast episode on this, so I'll leave a link down below to that. But essentially, you're going to get one of the personal credit cards and one of the business credit cards. Depending on the sign-up offers at the time you apply, you hopefully are going to earn enough points with the sign-up bonuses and your spend. You just have to be mindful of the year that you earn the sign-up bonuses and the spend points. I'll give you a for example. Let's say you apply late in the year, November, December, and you hit that sign-up bonus. All of those points are attached to December, and when January hits, the calendar starts over. So what you're going to want to do to maximize the time you have the Companion Pass is essentially apply for each card over the course of a few months and then hit that minimum spending requirement to get that bonus in January or February of the current calendar year. Now, as a result, you're going to have a ton of Southwest points to use so you can book your flights down to Florida like us. And not only that, but you can also book your companion for free minus some small taxes and fees. Now, I wanted to share with you one last little trick that has absolutely nothing to do with credit cards. Some of you out there might be thinking, oh, just get a bunch of credit cards and travel around. Well, the answer is sort of yes, but it takes some planning and it also takes, good credit and good spending habits. So this is a trick anybody can use. They call it the $50 trick or the $100 trick, depending on what you're going for. But I'm just going to book at the Hyatt those 25,000 point per night rooms. It's going to be a beautiful room, don't get me wrong, but I want to get upgraded to that 2-room suite. So when I go to check in, I'm going to have my credit card and then I'm going to have my ID. And I'm going to slide probably $100, maybe $50 right in between the two. They always ask for credit cards and IDs. And what they're going to do is they're going to separate the 2 cards and put them down. This works in Las Vegas, specifically Las Vegas. So we'll try it in Florida as well. And what they're going to do is probably either, number 1, put the money back in front of you like you didn't mean to give it to them, or they're going to ask you if you need any change. And all you do is you look at them and say, no, that's for you. And I did want to ask if you have any suite upgrades. You probably just made somebody's day. Now, if they have something, they are going to most likely give it to you. I will warn you that sometimes it helps if you do $50 and then they tell you like, oh, we only have like a 1-bedroom suite. Maybe you break out another 50. Along those same lines too, let's just say something like this only works for you 50% of the time. The rooms we are going after for this trip are $1,000 per night, not including taxes, fees, resort fees, all that. So if we can get this to work, it would be worth well over $7,000 total. Just so you know, this has worked in the past, and not only did we get upgraded, they actually at a Hyatt Regency threw in free breakfast for the family. And I'll share with you, the risk was definitely worth the reward because they did not have like a breakfast buffet. It was a sit-down breakfast, and because we were in the two-room suite, they actually said, go ahead and just order it to the room and have it delivered. And with kids, that was way easier. So of course we tipped the people bringing up the room service, but those meals were over $100 every single morning. So if you're up for trying a little tip trick, let me know down in the comments if you've done it before and whether or not it worked for you. No guarantees on my end. A few key takeaways. Over the course of your credit card journey, you can hopefully begin to develop a mentality where you're planning for this aspirational travel along with just maximizing your everyday spend. Now, I also never recommend carrying a monthly balance, but I have done videos on exactly how to do a balance transfer if that's something you're interested in, and hopefully pay very few fees while you are paying that off month to month. This was more of a fun episode for me, and I can't wait to finally get back out there and get somewhere sunny and get out on the water. So if you are interested in seeing more content like this, let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and it's time for a vacation.